So evidently, Nnamdi Kanu will not be alone in the negotiation. Some elders of Igbo elders of Hanese will also be part of negotiation.
Igbo politicians fighting so hard to buy off Biafra agitation and change Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's ideology. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 7th of July 2024 and I have a video for you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, the Igbo criminals in the name of political leaders from Southeast are fighting so hard to buy off the Biafra agitation, thereby changing the narrative and ideology of both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the people of Biafra. I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to be playing the video bit by bit and then analyzing them at the same time. So please, I want you to pay very, very good attention till the very end of this very broadcast because a lot of things have to be said and of course put to bed. So let us do this together.
Chief, what sort of political agreement do you think could be reached, with the federal government, between Kanu and the federal government, to secure his release?
Yeah, the political agreement we are looking at is where the federal government will understand that Nnamdi Kanu is like, they're looking at Nnamdi Kanu represents what is happening in the southeast of Nigeria. It represents the agitation by the whole youth of the southeast. It represents the level of unemployment. It represents the marginalization of the people of the Igbo. It represents how people are aggrieved about what is happening in Nigeria, how the Igbos are treated. So when we're talking about a political solution now, it's how to bring to an end some of this all this injustice that are meted to the Igbo. We're talking about political solution. We're talking about how there will be equity in Nigeria. How the Igbo will always get their turn in all circumstances that are affecting Nigeria. How Nigeria will remember.
Now, there is something you need to understand here because if you do not pay attention, you will not get it right. All these politicians from Biafra land serving under the zoo today are now coming up, speaking up, talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they have seen the handwriting on the wall and now they want to cash in. They want to use the opportunity to fight for his release and turn it into politics. Did you hear what this man said?
There will be equity in Nigeria. How the Igbo will always get their turn in all circumstances that are affecting Nigeria.
Did you get that? Did you just hear him? He said that they want equity in the zoo. They are fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that Igbos will be getting their own share in all circumstances under the Zoological Republic. I want you to pay very good attention. These are the reasons. Of course, they have seen the handwriting on the wall. They have seen what the Biafra Republic government is doing. They have seen that Biafra Liberation Army is neutralizing the terrorists in uniform. Now, they can no longer travel down to the east here in Igbo land here to do a Makwandi with their entourage. They can no longer come here to do Mpompo as usual. Things have changed. Now they are now trying to turn the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into politics, to politicize his situation and use it as a bargain. They want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a bargain. I want you to pay attention. The ideology of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all Biafrans is for total liberation and emancipation. Total exit from the zoo. Freedom. Outright freedom. That is what we want. But these criminals in the name of politicians now want to use that opportunity to catch in, to exchange the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to their own political gains. That's why this man opened his mouth and said, so that the Igbos will be getting their own share, and when it's their turn to be president, they will be president. Because they think that the Biafra Republic government in exile has put the zoo government in a tight corner after the kidnap and rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if you are paying attention. That is the reason why they are now coming up with all these plans to push the zoo to agree a term and condition that the Igbos will now have their own turn to rule Nigeria, will be able to get their own share. And who are these Igbos? Now demo, now the politician, because ordinary man like me and you will never have opportunity to rule the zoo or to get any share. According to them, they say to get their own share in whatever they are sharing. Who will get this share? The governors, the senators, the House of Representative members, and the Ohaneze and Oshinandiama. All these criminals that you are seeing on your screen. Now them gonna get this share. No be me and you. Now let us continue listening to this man.
Represents the agitation by the whole youth of the Southeast. It represents the level of unemployment. It represents the marginalization of the people of the Igbo. It represents how people are aggrieved about what is happening in Nigeria, how the Igbos are treated. So when we're talking about political solution now, it's how to bring to an end some of this all this injustice that are meted to the Igbo. We're talking about political solution. We're talking about how there will be equity in Nigeria. How the Igbo will always get their turn in all circumstances that are affecting Nigeria. How Nigeria will remember the Igbos who are the founding people, who are the founding fathers of this country. And ever since then, we have been part of building the country. Everywhere you find us, they are trying to develop for the of this country. It is the kind of political solution we are looking at. When Nigeria will understand, or people will understand that Igbos are so sidelined by their lives, maltreated, suffer all forms of injustice and exclusion from the federal government. So that's the political solution. So when you understand it and begin to assuage people and begin to correct some of this in the past, and they will calm the nerves, and some of these agitations will reduce.
He said that they will calm the nerves if they will be able to give them their turn, their share in whatever they are sharing. Then it's going to calm the nerves of the youths. Whatever they call you, Ohaneze and Dioshi. It is not possible. We do not care about your political ambitions. We do not care about your turn and your shares under the zoo. We have said enough is enough. We are done. We are done with anything that has to do with the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. We are done completely. We don't want to know whatever you want. We have seen what you are cooking. You want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation to bargain for your own interest, your own political and selfish interest under the Zoological Republic. So that if 2027 they will say, okay, fine, because we don't want Biafra Agitation to come again, or Igbo man come and be the president. No, we are not taking that. We are not taking that. That's why Peter Obi was speaking the other day, talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Peter Obi of 4 people. Because all of you have gathered, you want to use this opportunity to catch in, to hold the zoo, to grip the zoo. You want to hold the government of the zoo because you have seen what the Biafra government in exile has done. So you want to use this opportunity to hold the zoo in a very tight corner. So that 2027 they will say, okay, Peter Obi, come and take. We don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come at us again. We don't want Simon Ekpa to come at us again. We don't want anything called Biafra Agitation again. Oh yeah, come and take the presidency. It's not going to work. It will never ever work. I can assure you. Go and write it down somewhere. It's not going to work. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I know fully well is not ready to dance to your tune. What I'm saying right now, I want everybody to write it down. Today's date is 7th of July 2024. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never dance to the tune of these criminals that call themselves Southeast politicians. Never. Because they are going to bring every of their useless ideas to the table. Now, it is left for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make his choice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya won on Chani Nenani. But at the end of the day, he will be released, not based on your political solution, your political gains, or your political ideas, or your political and your personal interest. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released as a Biafran freedom fighter, as somebody who has fought and defeated the enemies and won the Biafra freedom. He will be released as a free Biafran, not a bargaining point between the Igbo politicians and the federal government of the zoo. No, such a thing can never happen. I'm telling you the truth. People like us are here to dissect all your statements and your secrets. We are here to expose all of it. We are here to analyze all of it and bring it to the public. All your secret agenda. You want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bargain for your own political and selfish interest. It is not possible. All your evil plans have all ended. Now, Biafrans, I want you to pay attention to this.
The historical grievances that the Southeast have faced, perceived marginalization that the Southeast has faced, Dr. Ogbonnaya, do you think that Kanu's release could significantly reduce tensions and lead to meaningful dialogue? Again, emphasis on meaningful dialogue between the government and the IPOB. My question is why, and if no, why not?
Okay, I can see 3 questions. One, in the first place, it will reduce insecurity because there are some people, some good lords, who have cashed in on that the fact that Nnamdi Kanu's invitation, and because of that, you see them trying to enforce it at home every Monday. So I am sure that when Nnamdi Kanu will release, the issues at home on Mondays will stop because there will not be any reason anymore for them to enforce it at home on Mondays in the Southeast. So that is number one. So number two, when you come to dialogue, people always look at, when you look at Nnamdi Kanu, they are looking at the effect. They are looking at outcome. They are not looking at the cause. It's a cause and effect phenomenon. People tend to disregard why Nnamdi Kanu, why the issue of IPOB. That is what has brought up IPOB in the first place. So negotiation will also look at the cause. Because people are now focused on the effect. The effect is agitation. What is it that causes agitation? This is the issues that when we say political solution. So evidently Nnamdi Kanu will not be alone in the negotiation. Some elders of Igbo elders of Hanese will also be part of the negotiation. I don't want to believe Nnamdi Kanu and Tinubu alone will sit in the negotiation. I want to believe that a few Igbo elites, a few elite on the government side will stay on the table to negotiate. At that point, some of this will be thrown open. And the truth, there's facts are sacred. Truth is always open and clear to everybody to understand. Some of these things are very statistical. Things you can always see yourself. The empirical evidence to show what is happening in the Southeast. And if you're going to ameliorate them and the evidence or guarantee assurances that things will not continue to be like this. Like I said earlier, even Nnamdi Kanu is released today, and then Nnamdi Kanu will rise tomorrow if the station continues. Thank you.
Did you see that? Is it not obvious? They want to use the opportunity to gather on a round table to discuss with the federal government of the zoo for their own selfish and political interests. He said that if Nnamdi Kanu is released today and you don't give the Igbos the opportunity to rule the zoo, then another Nnamdi Kanu will come up. So they have concluded to persuade, to force Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop the Biafra agitation just because they want to be president of the zoo, just because they want their own turn, they want their own share under the Zoological Republic. They forgot that not just Peter Obi becoming the president of the zoo, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself has also been offered to become the vice president of the Zoological Republic, and he turned it down. So how do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will leave Biafra agitation just for Peter Obi to become the president, when he himself turned down to become for himself personally, for him in particular, to become the vice president of the zoo? How then do you think he will drop the agitation for another Igbo man to become the president? Hey, hello, man, Umu Igbo. Umu Igbo. This is how they reason. And on that note, we have come to the end of this very broadcast. We are coming back live this very evening. Please make sure that you tuned in. We are coming back to dissect them and put everything, I toy in and now for Tony Mafia no more coco because to salo no more and make it go viral.